Hello, my name's Kaylee Hinkson, and I'll be talking about my BRI experience for the class RED 4552. To begin with my student, it was a girl. She was in fourth grade and she was 9 years old. She told me that one of her favorite hobbies was reading. And then outside of school, she played softball, and then she was also part of the school's drumline club. The student was also in a English gifted class. I enjoyed working with fourth graders. I've always enjoyed working with the older students around the fourth or fifth grade level. So I did enjoy this class and working with this student. Um, on the first day with the student, personality wise, right when I met her, she was an outgoing and bubbly girl, which made working with her really easy and enjoyable. She was excited and eager to participate, and especially when I gave her the two tests already, she was still willing and eager to participate in those two. So the first one that I gave her was the motivation to read. Uh, for the motivation to read, it's the printout on the left, farthest to the left. Uh, the full survey score was a 63 out of 80, which was a 78.75%, which is a high value in reading. This shows positive motivations towards reading, which aligned with what she told me earlier that her favorite hobby was reading. And then the picture on the left, the farthest to the left, it's all the scores tallied up, and then at the bottom is them combined for a score. And then the next test I gave her was the Garfield test, which is a percentile rank. For recreational, she scored at the 72nd percentile. For academic, she scored at the 87th percentile. And then full scale, she was at the 83rd percentile. These scores showed a positive attitude towards her free time reading and her reading academically. And then the picture to the right is the Garfield one, which is all the scores tallied up, and then at the bottom is them combined for a percentile rank. On the last day is when I gave her the second lesson. Um, this was the student was still outgoing and bubbly to work with as she was in the beginning. Enjoyed doing this with me. But for this lesson, after prior testing, I realized that the student had trouble with middle and ending words, so I created this detective lesson plan for her. Um, it was engaging, and she enjoyed working with this lesson. This picture shows for part one, it was find the missing middle letter. Part two was detecting the ending sound, and then I also had her work in this book that they've been reading, and do some work in there. Um, the student showed significant growth with both of these lessons that I gave her. Both lessons she was able to get to mastery level when doing it independently. My favorite part was working with the student. I really enjoyed working with the student. She was so sweet and easy to work with, honestly. Um, my favorite part, I also loved watching her growth, and it her confidence at the end of the lesson was just really nice. This also gave me a real experience with using real data to create a lesson to help a student with their needs, which is, I think, the first time I've ever done that. And I think using data to help with lessons really makes it more um, realistic. The challenging part was keeping the lesson engaging. I also think I struggled with being creative while creating the lesson. Um, so, yeah. If I could do this differently, what would I tell myself? I would advise myself to stay organized throughout the whole thing, because there is a lot of data, and you need that data to go back to make that lesson. So I would just tell myself to be a little bit more organized. So yeah, that's it. Bye.